Ukraine is facing a new wave of attacks as Russia targets critical energy infrastructure with drones and missiles. How prepared is Ukraine to withstand these strikes, and what does this escalation mean for Europe's energy security? Let's break down the strategy, the damage, and the global impact in detail. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a critical escalation in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, the recent wave of drone and missile attacks targeting Ukraine's energy facilities. Over the past few weeks, Russia has intensified its strikes on power plants, substations, and key transmission lines, aiming to disrupt civilian life and undermine Ukraine's war-sustaining infrastructure. These attacks are not random. They're strategically designed to weaken morale, create energy shortages, and put political pressure on Kyiv. Ukraine, meanwhile, has responded with rapid repairs, backup systems, and civil defense measures, showing remarkable resilience under extreme pressure. Analysts believe these strikes also serve as a test of Ukraine's air defenses, probing for weaknesses before potential larger-scale operations. Understanding the technical and tactical aspects of these attacks is crucial to grasp the broader implications for the ongoing war and regional security. In this video, we will break down the types of drones and missiles being used, the methods of targeting, the defensive measures in place, and the wider energy and geopolitical consequences. By the end, you'll have a clear picture of how these attacks shape the battlefield, civilian resilience, and international responses. Let's explore this complex, high-stakes conflict from multiple angles. Russia's use of drones and missiles against energy infrastructure represents a shift from conventional battlefield engagements to hybrid warfare tactics. Drones, often small and low cost, can penetrate air defenses with agility and stealth, making them ideal for precise strikes on high-value targets. Meanwhile, cruise and ballistic missiles carry heavier payloads capable of causing extensive damage to power plants, substations, and transformers. These attacks are coordinated to maximize disruption, sometimes targeting multiple facilities simultaneously to overwhelm Ukraine's repair teams. Satellite imagery and open source intelligence have confirmed repeated hits on key regional power hubs. Analysts argue this demonstrates Russia's strategic intent not only to challenge Ukraine militarily, but to create long-term economic and social pressure. In response, Ukraine has deployed layered air defense systems, early warning networks, and rapid response repair crews to counter these threats. Civilian communities have been urged to prepare for temporary blackouts, emphasizing resilience at both the national and local levels. Understanding the technical specifics of the drones and missiles in use is key to appreciating the challenges Ukraine faces in defending its energy grid under continuous threat. Let's examine the drones first. Russia has increasingly relied on unmanned aerial vehicles, including models capable of long-range strikes. Some drones are relatively small, designed for targeted sabotage, while others carry explosives sufficient to destroy transformers or disable substations. These drones can fly low to avoid radar detection, operate autonomously, and sometimes coordinate attacks in swarms. Their use against civilian infrastructure marks a clear escalation, blending military technology with psychological warfare, as regular blackouts disrupt daily life and fuel public anxiety. Experts suggest that these drones are often used in conjunction with missile attacks, serving both as a distraction and as a secondary wave of strikes. Ukraine's air defense systems have managed to intercept many drones, but the sheer volume and unpredictability of attacks make complete defense extremely challenging. The impact of successful strikes goes beyond immediate destruction. Damaged energy infrastructure slows industrial production, limits heating during winter months, and strains emergency services. This new warfare tactic shows how modern conflicts increasingly target critical infrastructure to achieve strategic goals without traditional front-line engagement. Missiles, on the other hand, are used for heavy damage and psychological impact. Russia has deployed a mix of cruise and ballistic missiles to target energy hubs, transmission lines, and backup facilities. Cruise missiles are precise, capable of following complex routes, and often evade radar with low-altitude flight. Ballistic missiles, while more detectable, deliver powerful warheads that can destroy entire substations in a single strike. By combining drones and missiles, Russia effectively forces Ukraine to defend on multiple fronts simultaneously, stretching air defense resources thin. Ukraine has countered by prioritizing critical facilities, dispersing energy storage, and rapidly repairing damaged infrastructure. International partners have assisted with technical support, providing spare parts and expertise. Analysts argue that this dual threat approach also serves as a political message. The war is not limited to battlefields. It extends into civilians' daily lives, aiming to erode public support and pressure the Ukrainian government. Understanding the scale and sophistication of these missile strikes highlights the high-stakes nature of modern hybrid warfare and underscores the challenges nations face when defending critical infrastructure in conflict zones. The impact of these attacks on Ukraine's civilian population is immediate and tangible. Power outages disrupt heating, water supply, and medical services, particularly in regions heavily reliant on centralized grids. Factories and businesses face operational shutdowns, leading to economic losses and workforce displacement. Hospitals must switch to backup generators, and local authorities coordinate emergency response teams to minimize disruption. While Ukraine has shown remarkable resilience, repeated attacks create long-term stress for citizens and local administrations. Experts highlight that sustaining energy supply under persistent threat is as much a logistical challenge as it is a technical one. The combination of drones and missile strikes means that no region is entirely safe from disruption, forcing communities to adopt new safety protocols, invest in alternative energy sources, and prepare for winter shortages. This civilian dimension of the conflict emphasizes the broader strategy behind targeting energy facilities. It's about weakening societal stability, creating pressure on government institutions, and influencing both domestic and international perceptions of the conflict. From a technical perspective, Ukraine's energy sector has adapted quickly. Emergency response crews have adopted rapid repair techniques, modular substations, and temporary energy routing systems to restore electricity within hours of an attack. Air defense networks, including Patriot and S-300 systems, alongside short-range point defense batteries, have intercepted numerous drones and missiles. In addition, early warning sensors, satellite monitoring, and drone reconnaissance allow operators to anticipate likely attack vectors. International partners have provided essential technology, spare parts, and advisory support, helping Ukraine maintain operational capacity despite repeated strikes. These measures reflect a broader trend in modern conflicts. Defending critical infrastructure requires a combination of technology, logistics, and human ingenuity. Ukraine's experience demonstrates how resilience and rapid adaptation can mitigate the strategic advantages of an aggressor, even when facing superior firepower. This adaptability also sends a signal to Russia and the international community. Energy infrastructure can be protected effectively if proper planning, defense layers, and civil resilience are prioritized. Internationally, these strikes carry significant geopolitical implications. Europe, heavily reliant on energy imports from Russia, monitors Ukraine's energy vulnerabilities closely. Disruptions in Ukraine's grid can ripple into regional energy markets, affecting supply stability and pricing. NATO and EU countries have expressed concern over the targeting of civilian infrastructure, viewing it as a violation of international norms. Additionally, Russia's use of drones and missiles against energy facilities signals potential future strategies that could extend beyond Ukraine, demonstrating capabilities that could be applied elsewhere. Policymakers are weighing the risks of escalation, balancing support for Ukraine with energy security in their own countries. Sanctions, military aid, and diplomatic pressure are all part of a broader strategy to counteract this threat. Analysts stress that monitoring energy infrastructure in conflict zones is no longer just a domestic issue. It's a matter of regional security, global markets, and international law. Ukraine's resilience, therefore, not only affects its own population, but also shapes perceptions of modern hybrid warfare capabilities and the global response to critical infrastructure attacks. Strategically, Russia's attacks aim to achieve multiple objectives. By targeting energy, the Kremlin seeks to weaken Ukraine's domestic support, disrupt economic stability, and apply indirect pressure on European allies. Energy is a high-value, non-combat target whose destruction has outsized effects on daily life, industrial output, and public morale. At the same time, these strikes allow Russia to test Ukraine's air defenses, gather intelligence on response patterns, and refine operational tactics for future engagements. Ukraine's rapid repair efforts, reinforced by international technical support, challenge the effectiveness of this strategy, demonstrating how resilience can counteract aggressive tactics. Military analysts argue that this approach reflects a modern evolution in warfare, combining conventional strikes with cyber and infrastructure targeted operations to maximize pressure without committing to full-scale ground offensives. By studying these attacks closely, observers can learn about the effectiveness of layered defense systems, the vulnerabilities of energy infrastructure, and the evolving nature of strategic objectives in contemporary conflicts. Looking ahead, Ukraine faces ongoing challenges in securing energy infrastructure. Continued missile and drone attacks require constant vigilance, investment in repair capabilities, and enhanced civil preparedness. Emerging technologies, including drone interception systems, improved radar networks, and mobile power distribution units, offer hope for reducing future disruptions. At the same time, Russia may continue refining tactics to exploit gaps in Ukraine's defenses, suggesting that this conflict will involve persistent hybrid threats over an extended period. Analysts also warn that other nations observing these attacks may adjust their security planning, emphasizing the global significance of Ukraine's experience. Protecting energy infrastructure in wartime is no longer just a technical task. It requires coordinated political, military, and civilian action. Ukraine's ability to withstand these attacks reflects not only technical skill, but also societal resilience and international cooperation, highlighting key lessons for governments and military planners worldwide about the evolving threats to critical infrastructure in modern conflicts. In conclusion, the recent wave of drone and missile attacks on Ukraine's energy facilities illustrates the high stakes and complexity of modern hybrid warfare. Russia's strategy combines technological innovation, psychological pressure, and tactical disruption to achieve strategic objectives without engaging solely in front-line battles. Ukraine's resilience, rapid repairs, and international support demonstrate the power of preparation, coordination, and adaptive defense strategies. Civilian populations, technical teams, and policymakers all play a role in ensuring stability under repeated threat. This conflict underscores the importance of protecting critical infrastructure, understanding hybrid warfare tactics, and preparing for long-term disruptions. As this situation evolves, it offers lessons not just for Ukraine, but for nations worldwide about energy security, military strategy, and resilience in the face of targeted attacks. If you found this analysis insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in in-depth breakdowns of global military conflicts and defense strategies. Comment below with your thoughts on Ukraine's energy resilience. How effective do you think their defenses are? And what lessons can other countries learn from this ongoing crisis?